Hello, welcome to Let It Be Budgets. My name is Karen, and on my channel I do everything budgeting related. In today's video, I'm going to discuss my 2026 budget. I'm going to do my yearly budget. I'm going to do an overview of my monthly budget. I'm going to go through some of my accomplishments from last year's budget and my goals and my plan for this year's budget. I'm going to start with, excuse me, my goals and my plans for this year's budget. So it's going to be hard to see it. I can't get you any closer to the paper. I'm very sorry. But I believe for me, my word this year will be harmony. Last year it was consistency. This year will be balance, and basically the harmony side of the balance. So, on my first goal, I want to pay off my car. I owe $7,375.94. My plan to do this is to make an extra payment each month. If I do this, I should have it done within 10 months, maybe a little bit sooner. So that is my first goal. My second goal is to save $2,000 for new phones. So far we have, I haven't done my games for Fridays yet. This is Wednesday. And the monies that come in from that, from my Saving with Friends on Fridays, all goes to my phone. So I should have saved about $600 that will go through this. I'm not going to write the starting balance there until I know for sure when I end up on Friday. My plan is to save $50 per week. This is what I've been doing. And I'm using games, saving challenge games called Saving with Friends on Fridays to achieve this goal. My next goal is to save $500 for Sadie, that's my puppy, for her vet fees. I will know on Thursday. Is it? No. It'll be on Friday. This is crazy. What my total is on that. My goal for this is initially $500, but I'll probably continue to do this in case of, like for emergency things also. So right now I've had Sadie about maybe 5 weeks, 6 weeks, might be a little bit longer. I'm saving $10 a week towards that, so I want to continue that. And my plan is to use that $10 per week that I'm saving to do saving challenges in the Disney Sidekicks on Fridays. Okay. See what that is? Alrighty. I have just a couple more here. My next goal, this is a big one for me, is to fully fund my 1 month ahead. Right now, my starting balance will be $17.92. My plan to do this is to continue my challenge at $3 per week per envelope in a snowball method. Use Save with Judy's Sunday Saving with Friends game, the gnome coloring game. Whatever I save from that, I use to boost this 1 month ahead. Also, on Tuesdays, I play Tiny Tuesdays. They go for my escrow. My escrow, I think it was like $560 I've saved in my escrow. And for me, this is fully funded unless I have to use it. So if I don't have to use it, I've started a 52-week challenge with my Tiny Tuesdays. That 52-week challenge will go into my 1 month ahead and fund it. And then hopefully, once I get it funded, I would like to continue on and do a 2 and 3 month. But those are my big goals this year. Next, I would like to save $2,400 a year. That's my goal every year for vacation. I call it vacation. We use it for what we need, but most of the time it goes for a vacation. And the plan for that is on Thursdays, I have game saving challenges that I do, and that money goes towards my vacation, and it's $200 per month. My next one is to refund my emergency savings to $1,000. Right now, I won't know until the end till the end of the month when we do the mini Monday count. So, because that money goes in there, and whatever with my randomizing of my rollover, because I had planned on doing, including my emergency into that. So, right now, I have $300, but it'll be more than that when I'm done at the end of the month. So, I won't complete my starting balance until then. My plan is to continue to save $50 per month on my mini Mondays and do the monthly randomizer of the rollover for variable spending and include my emergency into that. So that's initially what my financial goals are. So I'm content with these. These are good. I am going to do a couple new things also. This is my debt tracker for paying off my car. So when I make my first payment, usually around the 20th, give or take, is when I make my first payment. So that'll start in January. So there's that. Now, I was watching Mrs. P. I love her. I watch her all the time. And I have to write out my sinking funds all the time on my budget sheet. I'm not doing that anymore. She has this in her Ko-fi, and it's a sinking funds monthly plan little sheet. For my sinking funds, I don't really use a name towards them. Long term, short term. Basically, I have my variable sinking funds are my holiday, my birthday, and my giving. Because those I fund through my rollover from my variable expenses. And I do that monthly. My what she has down as long term, to me, this is going to be continuous because I'm never going to get caught up on them. Car maintenance, house maintenance, health, emergency, Sadie's vet, and my hobbies, and my account too, which is my annual and biannual expenses. I save a certain amount every month towards those, so that they're funded by the time it comes up. And it's working. And it's working very positively. So for my car maintenance, house maintenance, health, and emergency, so far I've been able to do consistently $50 per month saving for those. And then after I got Sadie, I started for her vet, and that is equivalent of $40 per month. And my hobbies, I save $20 per month, and that's the money I use to get my things for my budgeting, or if I want to buy a challenge or some such thing, I do that with my money. My savings now, I put down here also. My savings is separate from my sinking funds. I don't think of my sinking funds a lot of times as my savings. They're more like bills to me, in my head. And that way, I do it. Because I'm anal enough that I'm not going to miss paying a bill. And so that's my way to think about it. But my savings, that's my vacation. Right now I'm saving for phones, $200 a month. My vacation, $200 a month. I started a new medical savings. That's not like my health. This is medical. It's a little bit different. $40 per month. My 1 month ahead to me is a savings. It's like an extension of my emergency fund. And that's $108 a month. Save with Judy, that's her gnome game on Sundays, is $80 a month. My escrow, or now it's my 52-week savings, that's $80 per month. And my Christmas is $50 per month. So basically $412 goes to my sinking funds per month, and $758 goes to my savings per month. And so far we've been able to handle doing that way. And so my monthly total would be $1170. So on my my monthly budget sheet, instead of writing down all these, all I'm going to write is SF for my sinking funds, and that would be $412, and savings, which would be $758. And I'll have this sheet to refer back onto for what it is. I think that's very effective. Save a lot of writing. Excuse me. Another thing I found with that I want to include. This is a bill tracker from the Budget Mom. It's free on her site, on her webpage for use. And I was watching Canadian Finance Journey. I love her. She does. I like budgeting videos a lot, and so I watch as many different ones as I can, because sometimes I can find some really neat things that I never considered when doing my budgeting. Well, I was doing an annual budget. I don't know if I have it in here or not. Should be right here. Probably not, because this is, here. This was my annual budget. I just wrote everything down. Any changes, I put it in red. Wrote down where information on it. If the bill came out automatically or if I had to pay it. And the budgeted amount for that bill. So this is what I work on for a month. So this was, for a year. So this was 2025's. Well, she was doing, I also incorporated the use of an annual calendar. And I just wrote down, these are my annual and biannual expenses, like McAfee, my Ohio State waterproofing, Canva, car insurance, registration, and such. So I'm going to combine these two sheets together in one simple sheet, and I'm going to use this bill tracker. This is what she used. I did a draft of it. You can see the draft. I just wrote down my main fixed expenses. I checkmarked if they were auto pays. And for some reason, when I copied this one out, I didn't get the different colors. So it doesn't copy well. You do better just getting it from her site and downloading it and printing. So what she did was, there's what she does monthly. Now, like, my sewer is every other month, so I boxed it and highlighted it, that's the months it would be due. And then down here, instead of having the annual calendar, I wrote down my annual and biannual sinking funds for my income tax prep, car insurance, McAfee, and squared out the month they're due. So we come down here in the tracker, which is good when you're checking off. You got your bill set, and you can come down here and see, yes, this one is due. And it'll go right along with the months. This is the months paid. I thought that was really neat to have it all on one sheet. So this is what I'm going to try this year. So I reprinted the bill tracker and I'm going to redo it. But I thought that was so neat. She had it on the one form. I hadn't considered it. I hadn't seen anybody do it that way. So I think that this is going to save me a lot less time and messing around. And then I would proceed with my monthly budget. I'm not, my monthly budgets are not going to change on how I do them. So I use my calendar. I'm just going to review this for you guys. Because I can't talk very well. I've been ill. Anyway, I use my monthly calendar. I like things that are a little bit more simple, so I don't decorate my page up or anything. That's not something that I have ever done. So sorry about that. I'm not into decorating, I guess. But okay, so I will still continue to do my month. My weeks will still continue from Sunday to Saturday. That's my week consistency. I get paid automatically. I'm retired. I get my Social Security on the third Wednesday of every month. My husband has a small business. His income is variable. I do not, a lot of times we'll get paid by Friday. He'll get some. I can't guarantee that. So, like, he's all over the place. And when I do my budgeting, I budget that way. That's why when I do my budgeting, I think of the lowest amount that he would bring in. And I budget according to the lowest amount. So that's how I budget. And I keep, I have like a buffer. I guess you can call it a buffer. I call it something different, but in my mind, but it is really a buffer. And that is like the 1 month ahead. Personally, if you really think about it, I have enough money in there to cover the bills if I have to, and then I pay it back when he gets paid. So that's, I guess that's, you could think of that as a 1 month ahead. I keep, I just usually keep a scrap paper on the side of my calendar, because I use my calendar mostly. And this money is in my checking account. So I have my other, like, savings areas, but this is my checking account. So I keep a run on whatever's in my checking account. And then I usually just pay my bills twice a month. Like, my house payment's not due until like the 17th. But I usually pay it towards the beginning of the month. Water is usually due before the 9th. So I usually pay the bills before the 9th. And then again, at the second half of the month, that's my utilities, like electric, gas, phone, that and such. That's usually after the 20th of the month that those are due. So I make sure the money's in my account, and I just pay everything from my account. I don't use cash for anything. I just do all my payments online. And then the bottom of my budget, my overview area, I keep notes. Like here, my car insurance was due. What I had to do was Sadie My savings that included my Christmas savings was there, and how much was towards my phone, and what my escrow amount I got. And then I activated my U card so that I have some kind of documentation for me, because I'm used, if you don't document it, you didn't do it. And I automatically document everything. I write stuff down. And then I will continue to do, this is my expense tracker. I write down everything I spend. And usually then I'll mark where it's coming from. Over here, what category to pay for it. I don't spend a lot of money, really. I'm not a big shopper. If, like this pink here, designated that here, I had to use my debit card. So that $33 for the groceries that I use a debit card from, then that my following week, I deducted that from my groceries money that I would bring home. So that's how I covered my debit card there. And the green indicates where I used my credit card to pay something. So I take out from, like, it came out of health here, it came out of money came out of health, hobbies, and miscellaneous. That's taken out. And I have an envelope that I keep. In the very front, it's called deposit. And that's the money that I use the credit card on. So I reimburse that. And since I paid off my credit card, and from last January, essentially, I didn't use my credit card unless I could pay it off. So, and that's what I'm continuing. Trying to think if there's anything else that I want to review with you. That's about all. On Saturday, I'll do my, like, more of my end of my month thing. We can go over what, kind of what I was able to achieve in the month as far as my savings and such. I kind of like this system that I'm doing, and my plan for my savings challenge games are still remaining similar. So, but I am including some different stuff that I wanted to. Excuse me. I did want to reflect on this. This was my first full year of budgeting and doing YouTube budgeting. So I'm going through the different budgeters and stuff and watching them. It's really taught me a lot, and it made me more aware of what I was doing. And I found I'm really goal oriented. If I have a goal, I have to do my plan. I have to reevaluate how effective my plan is. I think this is because I was a nurse, and that's what you did. You write up your plan, you evaluate, you change, and you make everything right. Well, I'm very goal-oriented, and I achieve. So for my first year, I was able to save $2,000 for a vacation. Had a great time, and I got to meet and Angela Marie 888 when we were there. She was in the same area as we were for vacationing. That was awesome. And I paid cash for the whole vacation. That was everything. Oh, God, you don't know how good that felt. Oh, I saved, it's not just me saving. My husband helps. I am the saver, but he's coming along with it, so he's good. So that's both of us. We were able to save $1,000 for a truck bed for the old truck. He has a beater that he uses for work. My 1 month ahead, I saved $1,829 in that total for 2025. That's awesome. At $3 a week, and then with the per envelope, and then with supplementing it with my games that I do with Judy on Sunday. That's awesome. I just can't believe it. I did deduct $400 out of it because the best thing in November, I paid off my credit card. That was like the best thing in the world. My credit card the starting balance in January 2025 was $9,800. And I think it was the first week of November, I paid that off. That was like one of my main goals also, I couldn't stand the credit card. I hadn't had a credit card for years, and then we got one to do we went to Hawaii, we went all over the place when I first retired, so we used a credit card. And I wasn't good at using it because we had always been cash, and we didn't have credit. So I really had to learn a lesson after that. And so that's why I do my expense tracking. I document when I have it in my envelope, that I put the money in here that I've used for what I spent on my credit card. That way I pay it off every month. And that is becoming a really good habit for me. I was able to save, I was able to pay, I don't know what my difference was. My car payment started at $11,900. All right, and the end of this year, it was the 73. So that was a difference of $4,600 that I paid on my car. I did not pay any extra on it. Now it's time for my car. And I was able to save $600 for Christmas, which is perfect. We do not, we focus on the littles, and we give money for birthday gifts and such, and for Christmas. And my daughters are really good. They like saving things. And now my grandchildren will do the same thing. My grandchildren who have my great-grandchildren, they have savings accounts set up for their kids already. So it has helped them a lot. I've saved so far, I've saved for the new phones, $500. I figure I need around $2,000. We bought a new mattress for our bed. Paid cash. Bought a new TV, but man, from last time I bought a TV, they're really cheap now. That's awesome though. And I bought a new laptop computer, and I was able to save $560 in what I call escrow. My property taxes and my insurance are included in my house payment or mortgage. And the escrow, they've been changing property taxes, and the insurances are going up, and I just want to have a base there so that for any increase I can cover that cost, and then my house payment won't go up for the year. So that's my goal for that. Now tomorrow I'll be back, and I'll be able, I haven't decided. Tomorrow is Thursday. It's I don't know what I'm going to do, because I don't plan on doing anything. My husband, we were going to go pick up my daughter from the airport, my daughter and my son-in-law, but I've been ill. I'm not going to go. So I may end up filming my Thursday and Friday games and get that done, because I'm going to finish as many of those as I can, and because I want to start fresh with the new year. And then I've got most of my savings settled down already, and I'm not gonna, on Saturday, I still want to go through my budget, and I'll do a quick little budget with me and cash planning, and then my wind up for, like my closeout for the year. Or for the month. I'm based on the month right now. So, but this is an overview for January, what I've accomplished in 2025, what my goals are for 2026 and how I plan on doing those and achieving them. You guys have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you tomorrow then, okay? Bye-bye.